In this video, I'm gonna give you the breakdown of how we help one of our B2B clients in HR outsourcing and talent acquisition to double their sales in just 2 months of working with us. Hey, hi there. My name is Sachin Dia. I'm the founder of Dia Consulting, a sales consulting firm working with ad tech and service-based businesses and helping them to double their sales in 3 months. And in this video, I will share with you step-by-step approach on how exactly we help this leading firm from Delhi into HR outsourcing and talent acquisition to double their sales in just 2 months of working with us. So without any further delay, let's jump in. So here we go, and this is a B2B case study on how we help this client to double their sales in 2 months. So let's quickly jump into this. So the company name is Prakhar Consulting Group, as I mentioned to you, and they're one of the MD or the co-founder, Sasha Nam. They've connected with us specifically for their B2B HR outsourcing and talent acquisition wing that she's heading at PCG. Maybe around June month. So basically, PCG is a leading firm from Delhi working with education, ad tech, e-com, IT, MNCs to hire the right talent for these companies at the right position in the shortest possible time with the unique methodology that they have over a period of time. Now, let me just give you a bit of background. Now, Prakhar Consulting Group is a very vast conglomerate, and they did have a good experience in working in the government sector, e-governance, where they were fulfilling these talent acquisition or outsourcing roles. But they recently, only I think last 1 year, they have started working with private sector as well, and that's where their team was getting some challenges when it comes to fulfilling those positions, because they were getting a lot of objections and trust issues whenever they were connecting with the corporate companies. So now, one good thing about Sasha that I like is Sasha is a very true leader, because I know her from last couple of years, and she's a very passionate individual herself. She totally believes in the teamwork, and she literally, like, allow her team to take the new initiatives and keep growing in their career. So when you work with leaders like these, your role as a consultant or your role as a partner is very easy. So that's why I would like to appreciate Sasha here for the all the commendable work that she has done. Now, she's a compassionate individual, as I mentioned to you, a forward-thinking individual who wants her team to be the best at what they do, and that is, of course, sales, and of course, talent acquisition as well. So their fulfillment or talent acquisition part is very good, always good about it, but they were struggling with when it comes to fulfilling the roles, like doing the sales for the private sector companies. So the real challenge was actually engaging the prospect in a meaningful way. The team was not aware on how to go about the sales call. As I mentioned to you, the biggest challenge was the objection they were getting, the trust issues. They were not even knowing how exactly to approach these B2B people, specifically the HR managers or the founders, the co-founders, and of course breaking the HR outsourcing industry norms, as prospects were not giving enough time to talk and closing the sales. Now, if you are working in a B2B, you do understand, right? How challenging it is to get the time, get the right people on board, or even talk to them, right? Because they don't give you that enough for time. So these were the major challenges that they were facing. And so overall, the entire process needed a proper structure, optimization, as there was no proper sales process or structure or a procedure, no SOPs for the sales team to follow. They were just doing by themselves, and also they were getting their lead generation from the outbound, through outbound, that is through LinkedIn outreach, and of course through referrals too. And we also help them in developing their business as well, by creating some other acquisition channel, and also optimizing their current outbound approach as well, through which they generated good decent amount of quality leads, and of course and close them as well. And so they were getting a lot of resistance, to be honest, and objection from the prospect. And again, a lot of follow-ups. They were not sure how to go about them as well. And so overall, the situation was like that. So we started from the bottom together. Now, there were a sales team around 7 to 8 people. Now, out of that, there were 3 to 4 individuals who were proper part of sales, and there were other 3 to 4 people who were actually part of TA, but they were also working in sales as well, like BD, basically to generate leads and of course close them up as well. So overall, we did the training for around 8 people altogether, along with the co-founder Sasha and the manager. Now, the problem, as I mentioned to you, the challenge was getting a proper structure around it, clarity on what to talk, how to talk to this prospect, how to get them on a call, what to say exactly. Since B2B is always have this issue, and specifically the HR outsourcing and talent acquisition industry, because I was keep hearing from them that, hey, I know our industry norms are like that. People do like this. They don't do this. They don't give time. They don't talk too much. They just ask for the pricing and how exactly we're gonna work and all. So they were getting all these objections, as I mentioned. So building a proper momentum and a motivation for the sales team was also a challenge, because, as I mentioned to you, when you keep on getting no's and no's and no's and consistently, your motivation as a human being also goes down. So that's, and oftenly it happens in sales and BD too. So increasing the confidence of the team that they can really do it is also something was very very important. Of course, closing the sales was the major target, major goal that we were having. So Sasha onboarded with us and collaborated with us from 1st July onwards with for our DC sales program. And not only there, as I mentioned, do we help them in the sales part, but we also help them in the acquisition channels as well, helping them to optimize their outbound approach and also help them to set up their inbound performance marketing as well through our consulting by working closely with their marketing team. So now, if you're not aware, DC Sales Program is our flagship program at Daya Consulting for ad tech and service-based firms who want to grow their sales consistently and productively. Now, as I mentioned to you, the challenges. So when we observed closely, the reason for less sales was how the sales call were conducted and the information that was shared during the first interaction led by the salesperson. At the same time, how the sales team were lacking the confidence and strategies in dealing with B2B prospects, because B2B is a bit different as compared to B2C. If you are into B2B, I'm sure you understand that. So they were not sure how to do the follow-ups and how to close and all, right? So this was the entire situation. And so what exactly we did with them? So we implemented our DC sales framework. Now, first step we always do when we onboard with any client is we understand about their product, how they are doing it. Secondly, we understand their target audience in deeper details. And we also review the current process these guys are following, whether it's sales or marketing both. So initially 1 week or 10 days, we do take that amount of time to understand your current process in a better way, so that we will be able to find out where are the loopholes, and we also get a more understanding about your product, your audience, and your process as well. Cool. So once we have the understanding, then we create a report. Okay, these are the areas we need to improve on. So for them, as I mentioned to you, we started from scratch. We first create their business model canvas, where we really help them to focus on one target audience. We help them to fix on their acquisition channels, outbound and paids. This is how we're going to be doing. So we help them to create a proper structure around their business. Okay, so that they have a clarity, or the team have a clarity where they want to go, which kind of audience they want to target, which kind of industries or companies they want to target when it comes to outbound approach, and of course in paid marketing as well. So we implemented our DC sales framework. Post that, once that entire review is done, we created the business model canvas for them. Then we started with the marketing, and then of course we started with the sales part. So firstly, what we did is working on the sales mindset of the team and understanding the real challenges and how they look at sales. So the very first thing we do is in the first week itself, we collect their real challenges from everyone by sharing a Google form, so that we totally understand, okay, at individual level. Because see, when a sales team work together, at times you tend to neglect the individual challenges that they are facing. So we collected all those things. We created an entire document for them, what all the challenges they are facing, and then we answer every question one by one and created a proper document for them. As I mentioned, we help them to how to source leads from LinkedIn outbound, and also helping them to set up their paid ads, optimize their entire sales interaction material, the brochures, setting up sales KPIs for every salesperson for the entire process. We help them to create their framework for discovery call or qualification calls, sales scripts, the framework, how to talk, how to have that confidence to talk to people who are maybe at a higher position in HR departments or decision making departments, or the founders. So the team was lacking the confidence. The very first thing required was the shift in the mindset, as I mentioned to you. That's the very first thing. Because in B2B specifically, people do have a tendency that, hey, and specifically with the outbound, they always think like your prospect is here and you as a salesperson are here. So there's always a gap that they see. So that's a lack. It shows the lack of confidence, and that's why they treat you like that only. So we always recommend to raise your confidence and talk like that, because they have a problem and you have a solution. So ultimately you should be having at the same field, right? You should not look your prospect like that, and you should be behaving like you know a sycophant who's ready to do anything for them, and sir, ma'am, and all. This is always a wrong approach to go about sales, right? So it's a mindset shift. Then we shared the framework. We did the mock-up calls with them. We did the practice with them. We did the role plays with them. We created all the KPIs for them, so that the confidence really start building up, and they start to seeing the results in August month itself, because they were able to build a huge pipeline through the outbound only, and then they were able to close them as well. So we also helped them on how to do the follow-up, some strategies, some tactics. But more than that, they were required the mindset shift, which really helped them to boost the confidence. And then they started to see a momentum is building up with the right guidance, because we had a Q&A calls with them every week. We did a one-to-ones with them. So we train them on how to ask the better questions, so that rather than they sell, your prospects want to buy from you. training on different objections, how to prevent them and how to handle them, especially the pricing objection, and lead nurturing system and the follow-up process, as I mentioned. So these were the various aspects on which we work with them, which really helped the entire team to have more confidence, boost their motivation, and build that momentum, which is very, very important when it comes to sales, right? So this is how we really help them. And of course, doing the role plays, the mock calls, the QC calls, which really help them to implement everything at a very fast rate. And that's why they really see the jump in the sales within the second month. So we help them in asking better questions, as I mentioned to you, the prospect, which really help them to understand the needs of their prospect. We implemented our six-step DC sales framework, which is not only help them to reduce the sales cycle, but also closing the sales in a very short duration of time. So these were all the things that we did with them. The same thing I have explained here in details. So what were the results? So they were able to have the highest sales period of 2024 in the entire year. August and September were their highest sales months so far, and fill their sales pipeline. They 2x their sales revenue within 2 months of joining the DC sales program. And now we are working towards to take it forward as well. And the best part is this is what the co-founder or the MD has to share. Sasha Namdev, she gave this 5-star review on Trustpilot recently on August month. We had the privilege of working with Sachin and his team, whose expertise was a game changer for our sales and business development strategy. His deep understanding of our challenges includes mindset shift towards sales and gets actionable insights, empowered our team to achieve remarkable results. His tailored strategies and hands-on guidance led to a significant boost in our sales performance. Such as not just a consultant but a catalyst for growth. So that's how she shared. And look at that, the team as well shared the feedback in the WhatsApp group on the Teachers Day. Happy Teachers Day, Sachin, for training us to be our best selves and achieve our goals with the full confidence. The manager says, on behalf of Pieces team, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for the incredible support you have provided in our sales training. Your dedication to boosting our team's confidence and skills have truly made a remarkable difference. And one of the team member, Happy Teachers Day, Sachin, thank you for this wonderful training, which was really helpful for us. So that's how the feedback was. So now you can understand what really meant to them and how to transform the sales mindset, the sales skills, and of course, that is reflected in the closers as well. Now, what are the lessons for people who are still on the borderline, who are still thinking whether it's for us or not? So the key is to have a proper clarity on how to go about sales call, asking the right questions with the right frame, energy, and effectively closing the sales. Once you get that right, you will set to become a sales lord. At least that's what we say to our clients in our DC ecosystem. And you see, PC team has not even completed the entire program, which is for 5 months, and they already started seeing the output already, right? And that's the minimum guarantee that you provide will help you to double your sales. They have already done that. So if you can relate to Sasha and her team in PCG and wish to get results like them, then I want to invite you to a free consultation session with me and with my team. And during this call, we will go over what you are doing and where you wish to go in terms of your marketing, in terms of your sales, and how you can grow it further. So again, it will not be a hard selling call where I'll be selling everything to you in that. No, I'll be just understanding your current scenario, where are the root cause, where are the constraint in your sales and marketing, and if there's alignment in what we do and what exactly you are looking for, then definitely would love to share the process on how we'll be able to help you on a step-by-step process to double or triple your sales within 3 to 5 months. And once done, we will craft a customized step-by-step action plan, as I mentioned to you, to scale your sales revenue. And my big promise is that this will be your most valuable 45 to 60-minute call you've ever spent on your sales process or for your business. That's a guarantee. If that's not the case, there's a free coffee on me. Yes, that's how sure I am about this call. So if this is something that resonates with you, if you are someone who really want to grow your sales and end 2024 at a very high and start 2025 with a bang, then definitely I would like to invite you to apply for a free strategy call, as I mentioned to you, with me and with my team, which is absolutely free. It's a 45 60-minute call, as I mentioned to you, where we're understanding about your business and how possibly we can help you to grow your sales. And if by any chance we cannot, then definitely I will direct you towards the right resources or right people who can really help you out to solve your problems. So that's it from this video. Hope you will find this useful. If yes, then go ahead and put in the comment section what are your questions related to sales. And if you want to apply for the free consultation call, you will find the link in the description below. So I will look forward to connecting with you and seeing you inside the call. And I will see you in another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.